So first of all, I'd like to say sorry for not releasing a video for a really long time. Long story short, I moved house a few months ago, back in November, and a lot of things have been packed away since then, so I didn't really get a chance to set up, but hopefully I can get back to it now. So what I'm going to look at today is this lamp. So this is a LED lamp. Belonged to one of my family members, and they no longer want it, so I thought I'd take it apart at least to have a look what the electronics were like inside, and then hopefully reassemble it and find another home for it. So it says the label says Livarno, which I believe is one of the brand names used by Lidl. If I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments. So it's got this telescopic stand. It's got quite a heavy base, so there's a weight in there to hold it steady. And you can angle the top in one dimension, and you can see there's a panel there where the LED light comes out. I presume the telescopic stand is also the way that the power gets to the light. So like one of these would be positive and one will be negative, but we'll look at that. It's powered by an external power brick. So this is from company called Chameleon, it says. LED driver, and it says 20 volts, 3.6 watts, center positive. So I guess the kicking off point is to plug that in, and we'll measure the voltage at this jack output here. So we've got DC volts selected. So that's reading 21 really. It's just a tad under 21 volts. And so judging by the weight of it, it's very light. So I presume it's a switch mode power supply, as invariably things are these days. Oh, I should measure the dimensions, shouldn't I? So across the base here is about 110 centimeters squared, and the LED panel, well, assuming this is all LEDs under here, that's about 50 by 50. So if we plug it in, it's sort of warmish light, and we've got this button on the base to switch it on and off. The illumination looks quite even, but I can count a number of discrete looking LEDs in there. I don't know, about 9 or so maybe. So let's open it up and see what's in here. The actual unit itself's got a label on the bottom saying plus or minus 26 volts. So I presume that's a like a maximum that the unit can stand. And manufacturer is Briona Leuchten, so it's a German company from Brion. And I presume the fastening screws are under these little tabs here. Yeah, so there's like a posi drive, small posi drive screw under there. A standard little sticky rubber feet to help it grip the table. Standard sort of self-tapping screws, no doubt, biting directly into plastic. Okay, so it's like a big piece of iron, it looks like, screwed into the bottom there to give us the counterweight. And in terms of the electronics, I didn't expect anything very grand, but here we go. So we've got this board here, which is the switch. You can just see the two wires coming off there. That's held in place with the two screws. And then here, the socket panel. So I don't think there's anything on here other than tracks. So these of course will be screws into the telescopic stand. Yes, there's no electronics here. This is simply the socket and some tracks that take it into the telescopic stand. So as I thought, we got which went around plus and a minus. So the 20 volts DC goes right up the telescopic legs. So let's put that back in. There's nothing much to learn about that. And if we plug that back in, let's put the power back on for a minute. Let's angle that away so as not to dazzle the camera too much, but if I put that light on there, so we can see, oh, it's gone down to 16 volts under load. That's interesting, isn't it? So maybe it isn't a switch mode power supply after all. And we can put the probes on the legs of the stand itself. So you can see there's actually 16 volts available on the telescopic stand. So let's have a look at this top bit. Not quite sure how this comes apart. Might have to get a spudger in there, I think. Yeah, that seems to be the trick. Right, so basically we've just got the wires coming out And we've got the panel itself. So what have we got here? That's 5, 6 in the middle, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 separate LEDs, and this is one of these aluminium circuit boards, so you get a bit of heat dissipation here. Although, of course, you know, being in a plastic box, it's not going to get a huge amount of heat conduction to the outside. But it's quite interesting. I think there's no load resistor here, so it's simply just putting the 20, 16 or 20 volts across the LEDs themselves. I can faintly see the tracks, and I'm not sure if they're all in serial or not. Let me just check that out. No, I think what's happening here is they're actually in 5s. So I can see from the positive side, so the positive goes around the outside here into that top LED on the left hand side, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in serial going back to the negative on this side. Then there's a second row, this inner row here, also fed off this positive track coming in at the top. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in serial. And then the third one, so the positive also comes down to the center, and from the center we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back to the negative. So it's basically 3 rows of 5. Let me just sketch that. So we've got the positive coming in one side, negative on the other side, and so we've got 3 parallel strings of 5. No visible load resistors. So without any load resistors, that doesn't seem like a very good design, because there are variations in the voltage drop in individual LEDs. So if one has a slightly lower voltage drop, then you know, preferentially the current is going to go through one path rather than the other. But I guess in terms of load on individual LEDs, so if that's 16 volts under load, it's just a tad more than 3 volts across each LED, isn't it? So you've got the voltage split 5 ways across the LED, so it's just a little bit more than 3 volts. And 3 volts is not unusual for the voltage drop on a power LED. So not very exciting electronics to explore here, but you know, the usual thing, the cheapest possible design for these low cost lamps. And all that remains now is for me to reassemble and maybe go and find a charity shop to rehome this retiring light. That's not bad. So, I mean, with the simplicity of the electronics in here, it's quite likely that if it did fail, there's nothing really in there to, you know, to repair. I mean, I guess if that LED panel went, you could try and find something similar and solder it in. So quite a lot of those aluminium backed LED panels, so you might be able to find something similar to replace it. But you know, these things are obviously not really designed to be to be maintained and repaired and so on. Just stick these feet back in. Oh, tricky. Well, anyway, let's just make sure it's working one more time. All right, so that's it. The Livarno desk lamp made by Brilona Leuchten. Thanks for watching.